And yeah, the transfer just still goes on. United is still struggling to, this whole transfer window. And as I speak right now, the pursuit of Brentford star and forward Bryan Mbeumo is one of the most, I would say, prominent transfer sagas currently. I mean, with significant developments reported in recent hours. I understand it's reported that United are reportedly very close to finalizing a deal for Mbeumo, with multiple sources indicating that the deal has been agreed upon. Josh, third bid is coming around £65 million. Brentford has already accepted, reportedly. And this follows the rejection of two previous bids, Josh. We all remember the second one. The second one was around 62.5, with add-ons, £1 million. And it looks like United is aiming to unveil Mbeumo before the end of this week, Josh. Potentially allowing him to join his colleagues. That's if he joins Man United on their preseason in the States. And we all know it starts, the whole preseason starts after the Leeds game, friendly game. That will be on July 19th. Now, as for Mbeumo, just from what I understand, for those of you who don't know, by the way, 25-year-old Cameroonian international, that is Bryan Mbeumo. He has made it clear that joining Man United is his top priority. Of course, we understand there were reports that other teams were interested, teams like Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, Arsenal, and it's also reported that he rejected all of them, just to focus and secure a move to Old Trafford, Josh. Now, I don't understand, Josh, what has been dragging on this so long. I think it's a bit irritating. Everyone is tired of this. It's going into 7 weeks now, approximately. We're still on Bryan Mbeumo. And I think at one point one would say they would blame INEOS. I know the club is in debts. I know we don't have money. We haven't sold players. But what do you think about this whole thing, Josh? How do we get through this? How does INEOS, what do they have to do as INEOS to get deals done so quickly? Because this is now really affecting us psychologically as fans. The player himself, Josh.
Yeah. It's a very difficult situation that we find ourselves in. You wouldn't believe that Manchester United would be in a situation like this, where it is difficult for them to even get players over the line. What is most frustrating is not that United is chasing Bryan Mbeumo, or has failed to sign Bryan Mbeumo. It is frustrating that United has taken over 5-7 weeks chasing the same player, and you're haggling over a few million euros. And imagine you finished 15th last season, so you would think that you would be doing everything in your power to back the manager to bring in players who are actually going to improve the fate of your club. But for me, I do think it all started with the Glazer family announcing sometime in November 2022 that it would seek outside investment and potentially a sale of the club they purchased in 2005. I think that is where all hell broke loose. Because, yes, we did have INEOS come in, but I think Manchester United's financial struggles are a complex issue, with roots predating INEOS's investment. INEOS's involvement has significantly not improved the situation at Manchester United. So, I know that they did acquire a share, and they control the football operations at the club, but the Glazer family retains the majority ownership and continues to extract significant sums through debt servicing and dividends, hindering the club's ability to invest in its squad and its facilities. I know that this whole thing that INEOS has painted a rosy picture that, we are going to start a new stadium, we're going to invest in the club, but it's lip service, because I believe that INEOS's own financial challenges stemming from the difficulties in the European chemical industry may be impacting their ability to provide substantial financial support for Manchester
I read about
United.
that. I read about that. That is true.
Because in one way or another, we did entrust you with the club and the football operations of the club. So we do know that we were in a very bad position, but you must actually do something about it.
I know, and it's supposed to happen. It's supposed to be. I mean, because if you look at it, Josh will be back shortly. When Ineos came in to get some of the shares from Man United, rather from Glazers, from the Glazers, they knew what they were getting into. They knew the risk they were taking. They knew it was a hard ball. And I mean, I'm not saying it was supposed to be an easy journey or soft journey, Josh, but you come in, you know someone is not doing well. If you decide to help them because you're already committed. You get shares, you promise everyone, you even make an interview saying, oh, how the club is 10 years behind, the data analytics and everything when it comes to the players.
I
But I
know.
mean, me as a club, I do not see development. I do not see, how do I call it? I want to see the club moving forward. So this whole Mbeumo transfer saga, I feel it's really exposing us, Josh, so much, very, very
Yeah,
much. And
like I was telling you, the challenges that INEOS has as a company themselves is
mm,
actually limiting their ability to provide the level of investment needed to turn Manchester United's fortunes around. We do have
mm,
big problems with the debt financing and stuff like that. Despite Manchester United being one of the highest revenues in world football, they continue to face financial problems because of this debt servicing costs, mismanagement, and poor player trading. I mean, you should know that Manchester United has not traded players. We've not sold players for over 10 years. I mean, we've not sold a player worth 30 million for over 10 years. And we've bought players at a very, very high cost.
yeah,
And they've all just been written off. So, I
you know,
mean, the mismanagement of INEOS itself in its earlier days also might speak to why we are in the mess we are in. Yes, they did come in. I don't fault them for correcting the wrongs that they realized they had made, but it goes without saying that it is very questionable that they did give Eric Ten Hag an extension of a contract, and a few months later they did fire him and they had to compensate him. I mean, it goes without saying that it
Dan
was a
Ashworth as
mistake
well.
for them
Mm,
to hire Dan Ashworth and have to compensate him in the manner they did. It goes without saying that it is also not right for United to have forced its way to get Ruben Amorim during the season and have to compensate Sporting Lisbon
Sporting
for the
Lisbon. Yeah,
services of
I agree.
Ruben Amorim.
Now that is
But
all money being wasted.
yes, but for me, I like the decisions that they were made at the time. They could have been wrong decisions, but I like the fact that for a very long time, we never had anyone with balls to make the bold decisions at United. But with
Well,
Ineos, even if
mm,
they did make the wrong decisions, with hindsight, you now at least they did make a bold decision that this is the guy we want. We have to do whatever we have to do to get the guy that we want. At what cost they got him, that is another issue. But maybe these are the problems that are keeping us in this state. I don't see how Ineos is going to be able to steady the ship if they have their own challenges um, financially, because
well,
Manchester United must come out of this slumber. We must find a solution. If they cannot do it, then they ought to sell the club to someone else who can do it.